Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge, and welcome to Homeseek, which is a post-apocalyptic survival game, which of course means there's been yet another apocalypse. I'm very sorry to report, and this time round on the big old apocalypse wheel, let's give it a spin. It's not nuclear war, it's not alien invasion, this time round it's some sort of super drought going on. There's very little water, which means that water itself is an incredibly valuable commodity in this dry, dusty world we find ourselves in. So we have to build a settlement and deal with situations that pop up and research stuff and try not to die of dehydration. Now this is the demo of the game, which is on Steam right now. The full version of the game is due to be released on the 20th of July, and as always, if you're interested, there is a link to the Steam store page in the video description, so you can go and check the game out and have a go at the demo if that's what you'd like to do. But anyway, time to get on with it, I think. Let's go and see if we can find some water to drink. Story part 1. Okay, we're beginning at the beginning. That does seem like quite a good place to start, doesn't it? Born, bred and educated in underground bunkers, we emerge to stake our claim on the sparsely inhabited surface. What awaits us is a wasteland ravaged by drought and scarred by ancient wars. It may not be as devoid of life as we'd imagined, but that does not make it any less perilous, and even where the barren land meets sea, the undrinkable water only taunts us more. Okay, so we're being taunted by the sea, taunted by the ocean because we can't drink the water from it. Okay, right, that's fine. So public enemy number 1 at the minute is the sea. Wonderful. And I think what happens is part 1 consists of 5 chapters. We complete all those chapters and then we unlock part 1 in survival mode. And then we complete part 1 in survival mode, and then we get access to part 1 in endless mode. But right now, we've got to go and do the story, so let's go and see what we can do with chapter 1. So chapter 1 of part 1, the barrenness of the potential camp is almost enough to make us return to the bunker with our tails between our legs. But there are 2 shallow wells, and further investigation turns up some scraggly berry bushes and piles of scrap. It's exposed to the elements, but has the basics for us to make a go of it. Do you know what? It sounds fine. We've probably started with worse. So do you know what? Let's give it a go, shall we? Let's see if we can go and survive.
Today is June 6, 2101. I'm afraid that this may be one of the last of my writings. The water's finally run out down here, just like it did in the old world all those years ago. The others are finally prepping to leave, to emerge back into the world, because now they must go, perish from thirst. I was just a child when the rivers ran dry and the bombs began to fall. And now I've lived an entire lifetime in the darkness of this place. I barely even remember the world of my childhood, the world underneath the bright sun and blue sky. My skin is pale, my muscles are weak. I'd only be a burden to them in the harsh journey ahead. They're still young and adaptable. I know firsthand of their strength and resilience. If there's water to be found up there, they'll be the ones to find it. If there's anything to salvage from the ruins, they'll be the ones to do so. They know nothing of the society of the old world. They are the ones who might have a chance to rebuild civilization.
Okay, here we go, a new beginning. With our few possessions finally unpacked, it's time to get started procuring the necessities of survival. Securing food, water and shelter are our first priorities, and doing so won't be easy. But our spirits are fresh, and we're all ready to pitch in. It's going to be fine, everybody, don't you worry. The Geek Cupboard are here to sort everything out. It's going to be wonderful. Soon enough, we'll have a lovely, big, busy, bustling settlement, and you won't even realise it's the post-apocalypse. It's all going to be fine. Right, so understood. Lifeblood quest will commence. Okay, so what do we do with this? Our community is desperate for a new source of drinking water. We need to build a contraption that will allow us access to the water at the bottom of our makeshift wells. To make matters worse, our pre-packaged rations are gone. We will have to risk consuming whatever we can forage. Okay, that doesn't sound great, does it? So job number 1, build a water extractor, a water storage, and connect them. Okay, sounds like something we could do. And then job number 2, build a food storage near a berry bush and connect them together. Okay, and the reward for that is plus 8%. I imagine happy people by the look of it. Okay, right, that sounds like something that we can do. Right, very big important question. Is spacebar pause? And yes, I can very happily confirm that spacebar is pause, which is wonderful stuff. Well done, game. Good job. Right, let's have a quick look around, shall we? What do we have going on? So up there we've got salty water. Okay, so we can go and collect water from the sea, but we still can't drink it unless we sort of clean it up a bit. So salty water, contaminated water, poor water, clean water, then we've got food, and then we've got scrap. Okay, right, so we haven't got kind of different types of resources. We haven't got wood and metal and plastic. It's just, stuff we can build with. Then there's food, and then there's different types of water. Okay, so that is kind of the big thing about this game. It's all about water and such. These are your resources. Water has 4 different states. Later in the game, you'll be able to convert water from one type into the others. I don't quite know why you want to turn water back from clean water into something bad, but okay. Alright, click to dismiss that. Both food and water are needed by citizens to stay content. And alive, I would imagine. Okie dokie, that's fine. Scrap is a material for construction of buildings. Yep, okay, got that. These are your available citizens and your total citizens. Okay, so I've got 15 citizens right now, and they're all available because, of course, we've got nothing going on. Okie doke, this is the hour of the day. Right, you can manipulate time using the buttons, and also spacebar is pause. So at the moment, 7:05 in the morning, which is okay. All available buildings for construction can be found here. What's that down there? Oh, there you go. And that can help us with other bits and bobs. Okay, now I feel like we're on our own. So let's go and have a little look around, shall we? What's that exactly? Right, berry bushes there. Okay, so a few berry bushes. Got some scrap over there by the look of it. Some old pipes and some cars and things. I can't zoom in anymore. I'd love a little bit more zoom. I want to just go and see a little bit closer as to what's happening. We've got a well over there. Okay, and then just there we've got... that's a pile of scrap. Apparently that isn't a pile of scrap. That is a pile of scrap, okay. And there's another pile of scrap over there. Some other stuff we can't use for some reason. Some more stuff we can't use. It is very apocalypsy, isn't it? It's all gone very, very wrong indeed. Right, big kind of hole in the ground over there. And I think there was a war, judging from what the chappie at the start said. He said he was there when the water dried up and then the bombs fell. So I assume there was a bit of a resource war going on. So I don't quite know what caused the massive drought, but some big drought happened, and then there was a bit of a fight as well. Hence everyone hiding in a bunker. Okay, right. So how are we going to do this? There's all our people. So that's our little kind of makeshift camp right now. Build a water extractor. Right. Okay. So that looks like it's something to do with water collection. Okay, water extractor. This seems like a good thing. So we put that on there. Okay, so water extractor goes on there. And then we need a water storage. Okay, so storage and distribution. Right, so water storage. We have to connect these together. So if we put that just there, does that black that camp? Do they care if we annihilate their little tents they live in? They might get a bit grumpy. Do you know what? We'll put it there. And we will leave a little bit of a gap between them. Can we rotate it round? I don't know what difference that makes. We'll put it like that, look. Connections. Okay, this is going to be an important part of this game, isn't it? Connecting things together. In order to connect 2 buildings, head over to the second tab of a building, click on the plus icon, and select the building you want to connect with. Water connections will require you to select the quality of the connection before the action is finalised. Okay, this is going to be a water connection. So hang on. Move time on a bit, get time ticking on. So are they now going to run over here and get building? Is that what you guys are going to do? Do you want to get building? Anytime you're under construction. Time is ticking by, but nobody's rushing over to do any building. Oh no, there we go. They've all kind of realised they need to go and do something now. Hang on. So move time on a tiny bit quicker. That is quite quick, to be fair. That's nice and quick. Right, so the water thingamajig is done. The extractor is done. Okay. That's just popped up. Hello, live. Yeah, that's the thing we're doing. That's okay. We're on that. Right, so click on the water extractor. So now we need to go to the second tab, just there. And then, okay, right. So connect this to that, please. Connect that together. Right, so copper, 86% efficiency. So use copper pipes or iron or plastic. Can we use plastic? Oh, I see. Right. It uses up more of our resources. Okay, do you know what? Plastic. Water is important and there isn't much of it around. So let's make the most of that, please. So yeah, plastic piping to connect the water extractor thing with a water storage. Effectively a great big bucket, really, isn't it? But there we go. So connect those up. Oh, they actually do build a physical pipe between them. Oh, that's quite exciting. That's quite good. Workers, none over there right now. So hang on. Can we have a couple of workers? So we have 2 workers. Right, so there are 13 available. Right, so move time on. Come out of that. Then get this finished. I imagine we need some people to work at the water store to make sure that, it's all clean and organised. Got to put the water in the right place and such like. Right, so that's now done. And that's sending water into there. So at the moment it's that water. It's contaminated water. Not brilliant, but okay. Oh, we don't need workers. We don't need workers for that. That just sorts itself out. That just works. Okay. This building can distribute resources to citizens for consumption. Oh, right. So we're saying yes, people can come along to here and drink the contaminated water. That sounds like a terrible idea, but okay. If that's what we've got right now, that'll have to do. And it can store resources. Right. Okay, so we're going to put some water into there. 16 water goes in every hour. Okie doke. Right. That's all fine. So that's done. So now we need to do the same thing again, but with a berry bush. And I think the only one... Oh, hang on. There's one there. There's one there, actually. Hang on a second. So do the same thing again. Food store... Oh, hang on. Just a food store. So food store near a berry bush. So put that put it right next to it. Just pop it right there. We might as well. And then go there and connect it to that. Okay, lifeblood complete, and we get 8%. I assume it's happiness, I'm not entirely sure, but there we go. We've done that. That's very good. Daily needs. Okay, time-limited quest, so 1 day to complete this. We must secure enough resources for everyone. Add workers on the water extractor. I've done that already, you see. And the connected berry bushes in order to do so. Keep in mind each citizen needs 50 food and 50 water each day. Okay, right now, got no water and no food. Wonderful. You'll also need more scrap, so make sure you assign some workers in a scrap pile as well. Okay, so store a lot of water, store a lot of food, store a lot of scrap. Okay, if it works, yay, people are happy. If not, people get a little bit grumpy. Okay, right, hang on. I haven't finished with this yet. I think we can connect. No available buildings to connect. Oh, there's a radius. Oh, okay, right, there's a radius. Right, so we should have put that down there, and we could have got that berry bush and that... Okay, do you know what we're going to do? Is that demolish that building? Do you really want to destroy... Oh, hang on. Hang on. What do we need to build it? It's 200... Oh, no. See, if I'd have realised there was a radius around it, I would have put it just here, and it could have got that bush and that bush. But right now, if we don't get anything back from that, we're going to be in trouble. Okay, right, hang on. Scrap pile. Let's go and grab some scrap. So we can have 2, 3... Do you know what? Just put 5 workers in that scrap pile. Can we have more people? Oh, we can have more people in here. Oh, I thought that yellow thing was kind of the maximum. Oh, minimum workers is 2. That's the minimum. Oh, there we go. Right, so load of people there gathering scrap. Load of people there collecting water. And then over here, I think for now, max that out. So all of our people are doing something. 5 getting berries, 5 getting scrap, 5 getting water. Okay, and then when the scrap totals up, when we get to 250, we'll pause time, knock that down, rebuild that over there. So I'm not sure if we get resources back. I'm not entirely sure. So hang on, pause time for a second. Okay, so change this around. So destroy that, please. Yeah. Oh, we do get it back. Okay, we get the resources back. That's fine. So food storage, it makes sense to put it just there. And then we can connect up that to there and that to there. Okay, that makes more sense. I didn't know you could do that, but there we go. Right, and then we might need to take some people out of there for now. Just so they can do the building on this. Right, wonderful. And then back over there, max that out. Okay. So now we're back to where we were, but if we get some more people, they can go over there and grab some more food. Right, okay, so water is done. In fact, that's completely full of water. Scrap is done, and food, we are busily working our way toward it. Although, hang on, why has it stopped? Have we run out of food in there? Have we used up all the stuff? Have all the berries gone out of there? I'm not, do you know what? We're gonna minus that, minimum that, maximum that. I'm not entirely sure if that will make a difference or not. Oh, did we fail? Possibly we might have failed this. I think everyone's kind of given up and are they going to bed or something? I mean, we are in a desperate situation. You can either get some food, you can starve to death. I might recommend not just starving to death. Okay, strange landers arrive. I like all the kind of the pipe networky stuff. That's quite fun. A group of strange wastelanders arrives on our doorstep, apparently desiring to join our community. They speak in a weird accent, and we don't recognise them from our time in the bunker. They must have somehow survived on the surface all these past years. They brought a small offering of food and water in an attempt to convince us of their good intentions. Okay, so accept. We can't very well turn them away. The prejudiced among us protest, but they are overruled. Oh, okay, right, so we have to accept them. Okay, I thought maybe we'd get into some sort of situations where, there's pros and cons. A little bit sort of frostpunky kind of thing, but no. In this situation, we have to accept them. So, minus 17% happiness. That seems a little bit harsh, doesn't it? That we can't change that around. A big load of water, which I'm not entirely sure we can store or not. A big load of food. That'll sort that out very nicely. 9 more people join us and 400 scrap. Okay, so accept that. Right, so a load of people have joined us, but now we need to start building houses. Okay, so with the influx of many new citizens, our first priority has become finding a place for the new arrivals to house themselves. Everyone in the community could do with a place to rest for that matter. If we don't remedy the problem soon, the exhaustion of our work will start to eat away at us. Okay, right, so if we do this, people get to be happier and it will offset the damage caused by those people joining in the first place. Right, okay, so now our daily needs is done. Okay, so people get a little bit happier. Yay for that. We can put more people over here, look. 5 people can work over there. And we've still got 4 more people just sort of, hanging around not doing anything. So they could be our builders. What's that up there? 1 exhausted citizen, 1 very sick citizen, 3 dehydrated citizens, and 2 starving citizens. Okay, I imagine they're the ones that have just joined us. But okay, right, so houses. That's going to be just their quality of life. Build a house. 350 scrap to build a house. Good grief. Okay, where do we build our houses then? I think let's build them in a little row along here. So we'll put 1. Can we shift click and build multiple? No, we cannot bother. Okay, we'll have 1 there. And we'll have another one just there. And then can we get another one? I think we can. Yeah, we'll have another one as well. So we'll get all the houses sorted. So put the other one there. That's okay. So a little sort of housing block. And it's near all the things that we've got down already. It's quite near to the things. Right, move time on nice and quick. Houses are done. Wonderful stuff. 5% happiness. That's very good. Right, now what happens? I was expecting a quest thing to pop up, but no. It's just letting us sort of tick on and do stuff. I think, because it is quite late, everyone's just gone to bed. People have just gone to bed. Oh, this weather, look. Clear days don't have any particular effect. But right, okay, so everyone's gone to bed. So tick time along while nothing is happening. What else can we do? What's that? Progress and growth. Expedition Centre. That sounds exciting. And Research Centre. Okay, they sound like fun things that we possibly should get our hands on. We do need some more scrap, however. Oh, hang on. A thing has happened. Health concerns. It does have that. It's got a very frostpunky feel with that stuff, doesn't it? With the kind of way those things fade in, or the kind of sort of, what would that be? Watercolory sort of edges to it. Okay, health concerns. The poisons of the old world saturate our food and water, making the simple act of eating and drinking exact a toll on our health. It is certainly no coincidence that an epidemic of indeterminate sickness has surged through our community since we began foraging for our food, instead of relying on our bunker's sterile pre-packed rations. We need to find a way to combat these health concerns. I mean, cooking things would be good. Some sort of cooking would be quite handy. Find a way to cure the symptoms. Okay, so wasteland medicine, build a research centre, research the medical centre, build a medical centre. Illness and injury lie in wait around every corner in this unforgiving place. Even our food and water make us sick just by consuming them. Until we find a way to make our community safer, we need to be able to treat unhealthy citizens. If we don't find a solution soon, it might not be long before there isn't a healthy individual among us. Okay, so instead of sort of dealing with the problem at source and going, okay, clearly this food is terrible and the water is awful, let's sort that out, we're going, oh no, that person is very ill, let's fix them up, without dealing with the sort of issue. Okay, that seems a bit strange, but okie doke. Right, so we need everybody to wake up. Oh, hang on, I'm so thirsty. Is there no water left for me? There's loads of water. Loads of water lying around. Don't you complain. Right, we need... Where was it? Medical Research Centre is 500. Okay, so we need 500 scrap before we can even think about getting that done. Right, wonderful. So pause time. Research Centre. Oh my... It's massive. The research centre is huge. Okay, put it over there then. It can kind of go at the back of the settlement. That thing is enormous. Right, 4 people can go and build that thing. I mean, how they build that, just 4 of them on their own, I don't know. But there we go. It's done, which is wonderful. So now what's that? Technologies. Here we go. Ooh, it's like an old screen. Okay. Water extractor, sorry. Each building technology needs to be researched before use. Once researched, a number of upgrades are unlocked for that specific building. Okay. So we can have better water extracting going on. However, we need to get the medical stuff underway. So we've got that. Quality of Life Medical Centre. There we go. So can we please unlock this? 350 scrap. And it's going to take 2 days. 2 days to get that done. Crikeys. Okay, right. Get to 350 scrap. Let's put a couple of people in there. We'll have 2 people in the research centre, not doing anything right now, but they can, they can get things ready. They can get some paperwork sorted and sort their desks out and what have you. Right, now we should be able to do this. So, medical centre, yes. Research that, please. It's going to take, 13 hours, it said there. Maybe because we've got more people in there, I'm not quite sure. Do you know what, for now, why don't we just put all of our people in there? And that might make the research even quicker, because there's more people doing the stuff. 1 drop at a time. It seems common knowledge in our community that the water we extract from our wells is filthy and contaminated with toxins. While most of us can keep the murky water down, others are prone to vomiting after just a few sips. We could all benefit from access to a small supply of slightly cleaner water. Okay, so build an expedition centre, create an expedition party and send it to explore the mudlands. I think if you wanted to go and look for cleaner water, the mudlands is not the place to find that. I think the water from the mudlands might possibly be a bit muddy, I would have thought, but okay, fine, right. So expedition centre. Right, so that's another thing. Okay, how are we doing for everything else? Food is looking pretty good, so I think what we do is, let's drop some people out of there. So we'll claim 4 people back. Because food is okay. We've got, 6 people working on food. That's not too bad. How long until we unlock this thing? Can we see? Can we see a glance over here? I think we can. Is that filling up? Is that circle kind of going around and filling up? Okay, right. This is fine. So run time on. Again, it's night time, so can't do too much there. Everyone's gone to bed. Day 1, apparently. Oh, do we start on day 0, maybe? I want to get that done first. I think we have to kind of complete that because there are ill people. There's a very sick citizen who needs a little bit of medical attention. So, yeah, we'll sort that out. Yeah, I need medical care. We're on it. We're on it. Oh, crikey, another thing. Hello. A message arrives. Okay. Hello, mysterious messenger. A messenger arrives at our encampment. He's come on behalf of the remaining bunker dwellers. Oh, okay, so it's come from back home, those who did not elect to explore the outside world with us when supplies began to run low. He tells us that starvation was enough to convince even the most stubborn to venture out onto the surface, and that they've already begun migrating in our direction. Okay, we need more time, or we are ready. And I think we're okay. We can have more people. That's going to be fine. More people means we can get more resources. We're going to need more food and water, but I think we're okay. So, yeah, we are ready. So we've got 24. So how many are going to join us? So 24. Unpause time. Anybody joining us? Okay, maybe they're still making their way over. Oh, departed citizens. Citizens can die from taking damage from consuming poor quality food or water. I mean, yeah, we have lost a person. They can also abandon the settlement if their happiness drops too low, which happens if their needs in food, water and housing are not covered regularly. Okay, so keep in mind events can also affect citizens' health and happiness. I can't see a happiness meter anywhere. I'm not quite sure where that can be found. I do not know right now. But okay, right. So somebody's left, which is a bit of a nuisance. I think they're one of the free people anyway. Oh no, hang on. They were from over there, look. They were from Berrybush land. Okay, you go back in there. Gather some more food. Still got 3 people just hanging around. Right, so can we please carry on unlocking this thing? Yeah, look, so that's completing. That circle's filling up as we unlock the medical centre. Right, while not much else is happening, it might be worth getting another house. Possibly just get another house. We'll put it... Let's get some houses over there, shall we? We'll put a house just there, and then we'll get another one next door, just so we've then got loads of housing available for whenever it is that people are going to turn up. It's going to be fun. Hang on, why have we gone to 8 people? We've gone to 8 people. That implies that we've still got 23 people in total, but now 8 aren't doing jobs. Why is that? Why is that? Oh, hang on. They're finished doing the research. Okay, medical centre is done. What does that do? Permanently increases the maximum occupants for a house. Oh, okay, but we can't get that, I don't think. I don't think we can get that because it looks like it's greyed out. Hang on, can we just click something and see what happens? Yeah, click that for house. There is no cost for making research. Additionally, you can initiate the research of a new technology without losing progress for the previous one, but you can only have one active at a time. Oh, so that then is just going to be... We can just do that, and it's going to take 7 hours. Oh, let's make the houses better then. Upgrade the houses. We'll have that going. Okay, right, so now, hang on. Now we can build... Okay, we can't quite build a medic... Oh, no, I know why those people are there. Because they've gone through that junk pile. Hang on, maximise the amount of people collecting scrap, please. We need some more scrap. We've got to build the next thing. Right, a medical centre. Put that where that scrap pile was. Central, very handy. So pop all that into there. Oh, cracky, another thing. The storm bears down. Oh, wonderful. As the dust clouds envelop our encampment, work nearly grinds to a halt. Fortunately, those with shelter can ride out the worst of the storm in their makeshift lodgings, but we pity anyone trapped outside as the storm rages on. Okay, right, understood. It's going to get a bit stormy, which does not sound great, but okay, right. Oh, and it looks terrible. Right, there we go. Medical centre done, 5% happiness. People can be a little bit happier. Can we max out the amount of people in there? Can we have 2 people working in there at any one point? Because that's quite important. We want that to be always occupied with staff. There are 3 very sick people. Oh, but everyone's going to be hiding out in their houses. Nobody's going to go out in the storm. Okay, do you know what? Oh, there's happiness just there. The happiness is right there, Penge. How did I not see that? Okay, right, there's happiness there, everybody. I found it. It's a big bar with a smiley face. Everyone's delighted. Everyone's very happy, which is wonderful. Right, so run time on through the night, and then we'll see what we get up to in the morning. We want those 3 people to be healed, really. Oh, crikey, hello. Survivors arrive. Ah, right, the other people have turned up. Finally, the other survivors from the old bunker arrive, weary from their journey, but glad to find some semblance of respite, apart from their walking in the middle of a horrendous dust storm. We welcome them with friendly faces and open arms, but we worry inwardly that our community is growing too large to support itself. Okay, welcome them. Right, hello everybody. What we immediately need to do is, all those extra people, we need more people gathering food right now. That's key. We need them gathering food, move time on a bit quickly, and I think everything else is kind of maxed out. So what we'll do is, hang on, we've got 11 people now, so put 5 people over there gathering scrap. So when they actually do go out to work, whenever that might be, we're going to get a lot of scrap, which is wonderful. That's what we want. And, hang on, can we max out the people over in our research centre? That's very good. Right. Think about an expedition centre then. Whereabouts is that? We need 500 scrap, but that should be okay. We should pick that up nice and quick. Oh, crikey, something else. Accident. While tolling away at the day's work, we hear a large crash and then some howls of pain. When we investigate, we find that a pair of community members have injured themselves in an accident. If only the dangers of our work weren't an unfortunate necessity for our survival. Okay, so 2 injured people then. A few citizens lost health. So now we've got 4 very sick citizens, 1 dehydrated and 1 a little bit weary. Okay, so are the ill ones in here? Workers, occupants. Oh, they're in here. Oh, hang on. Can we click on the people? Hang on, let's try clicking on you. Oh, we can. Nadine Camacho is going to work. They're happy, they're healthy, they're hydrated. Oh, okay. I didn't think you could click on the people. I thought they were just, people go and live and work in these places. I didn't think they had individual little kind of, settings and portraits and names and things. Oh, that's exciting. Caesar A. They need medical care. There's a medical centre. Right here, it's very full. Okay, you have to wait a while. Just wait a second until it's empty. Okay, right, hang on. We were building an expedition centre. Please hold the line. Expedition centre. Pop that over there, look. Pop that just there. That's going to be fine. So hopefully people can get round to build this nice and quick. And then we can build get an expedition party prepared. Right, how do we do... Hang on. The research is done. That's very good. So the houses can now hold more people, which is very good indeed. Can we do the same for the medical centre? Can we have, 25% more occupants? That sounds like quite a good thing. What does that do? Increases the healing rate. Okay, they're both really good, but having more people in there is going to be useful. So yeah, we'll have that, please. Thank you so much. Right, over here, what do we do? New expedition. Okay, this sounds exciting. New expedition. Right, through expeditions, you can explore the wasteland. Expedition parties will leave the settlement until they complete the expedition. The larger the party, the faster they explore. Okay, so if we max that out, that's 6 people out of 6. We'll have nobody spare at the settlement, but we have got 6 people having a wander about. Is that our flag? Is that our flag? Can we have a nicer flag? That's a skull. It's a skull. I mean, it's not a human skull, it's an animal skull, but generally skulls on flags implies bad guys. Before you send them out, make sure they have enough resources for their trip. Each citizen requires 50 water, 50 food and scrap per day in order to stay content. Okay, so 50... Why do they need 50 scrap per day? What are they doing with the scrap? Food and water, I care. What are they doing with scrap? I don't know. Okay, oh, hang on a minute. I can't read that because that's in the way. Hang on. You can create expeditions in order to explore the world around the settlement. Once you create a new expedition, it will take some time for them to prepare and gather. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. Right, so maximize that. And then we're going to need... I mean, how many days does it take? I don't know how many days it takes. So we need 3... Is that right? 300 water per day? 50 each. 56 6 times 50 is 300. Yeah, so that's going to be for one day. So 300 and 300 and 3. That's one day. So they can travel for one day. So, okay, what if we up that to 600 and 600... And we haven't got 600 scrap. So let's abandon that for now. Run time on until we've got... So there we go. We've got 600 scrap now. Let's go and do that again. Sure. So maximise the amount of people. So 600 lovely contaminated water. 600 berries, effectively. 600 bits of old tut we found around the place. So they've got enough for 2 days of travel. If we save up another 300 scrap, they could go out for 3 days. Which might be worth doing, I think. That might be worth doing. So do you know what? We'll save up with the scrap. We'll save the scrap. Right, end of the day, everybody's going to bed or whatever. It's a shame they couldn't upgrade the medical centre. That would have been quite useful, but never mind. We have got 8 people just sort of hanging around. Can we get 2 more people in there, please? There we go. Gather more scrap. Right, okay. Nighttime. Not too much to do at nighttime, except wait until the morning. Oh, right. Okay, I see a little bit of a problem here. We've ran out of one of our berry bushes. We've used up all the berries over there, which is why we hardly have any food at all. That's not going to be good for the expedition party, is it? Okay, we need more berries. There's some berries there. Can you go over there, please? Right, create a new connection thingamajig. Go over there, please. And, yeah, can we have maximum workers on that? I didn't notice that. That's a bit unfortunate, isn't it? I mean, the area is quite big. The actual map that we can build in is quite big. There's a berry bush thing over there, but that looks like it might be it for berry bushes. I can't see any more. So we've got the one that we've got connected to there. Got that one there. There's another one down there. Is that it? Is that it for our food? There's kind of an old... sort of an old town kind of thing over there. I think that might be it for food. Unless we can get some different types of food coming in. Right, that's not great, is it? Okay, so water... Oh, hang on. Water's coming down as well. Water is also coming down. Okay, right, hang on. We need another water thingamajigger. There's one just there, look. There's one there. Again, if I'd have known that these need to be in the middle, I would have put the storage thing here. and they could have connected up to it, but I didn't know that at the time. The game could have helped out a bit there. I think then we build another... Hang on, where does that reach? Hang on, is there a reach on that? Hang on. Water. Water extractor. Put the water extractor on there. So let's get that done. Pop that down. We've got a decent amount of scrap, so I think we should be okay. Oh, crikey, the sky looks a little bit kind of red and bright. Accounting. That is not what I was expecting. Okay, right, hang on a second. The sun's heat is becoming unbearable, and our unprotected water reserves are evaporating before our eyes. The sight of our invaluable water vanishing so quickly prompts us to take inventory of our remaining resources. Our community comes to a grim conclusion. Even without the effects of the heatwave, our water is quickly running out. Our time here has suddenly become very limited. We need to think of solutions to these problems, and fast. Oh dear. The rationing quest will start. Oh, crikeys. Our recent discoveries have proven that our precious vital resources are more limited than ever. Until we think of a permanent solution to our water security problems, it will be good to devise ways to increase the efficiency by which we distribute these crucial resources. Find a technology that can reduce water consumption. Okay, so 4% happiness if we succeed, minus 7% if we fail. Right, hang on a second. Keep time ticking on while we get this thing put together. There might only be one person working on that. Oh yeah, look. We've got like wibbly heat haze going on. It's super, super hot right now. Yeah, there is a heat wave. And our water is going to be evaporating. Again, this is not great, is it? We haven't got enough food. We produce 1,920 food per day. But we use 1,750 food per day. Oh dear, that's not good. And 31 of our food supplies 32 now are contaminated. Well, isn't that wonderful? Yay for the contaminated food. Yeah, this is one of these sort of super harsh survival games where you're not going to be able to, do everything perfectly. Bad things are going to happen. People are going to suffer, and it's going to go a bit wrong at points. Okay. Right. Okay, runtime on a bit quicker. We can't do much right now. Oh, it's very hot. It's really, really hot. Which is quite appropriate, this, because it is very, very warm in the UK right now. Maybe not this warm. Maybe not, this hot. But it's quite warm in the UK at the minute. And, it seems appropriate that we're playing this, because the Geek Cupboard right now is very, very hot. It's very, very warm indeed. But here we go. Right. Can we find a technology that can help us ration our water a bit? Right. Water storage. What's that? That increases the input for water storage. So that means that we can keep, 50% more water. Water extractor permanently increases the input. So that makes 20% more water. And that increases the workers. What we've got to do? Reduce water consumption. What is there that can reduce water consumption? I'm not entirely sure. Unknown technology down there. Build improved research centre to access advanced technology. Oh, okay, right. These things are all advanced, allegedly. Okay. Medical centre, that's not going to help. And over here, research centre. Do we need to get the advanced research? How do we get an advanced research centre? How do we research? I don't know how to research an advanced research centre. It says build an improved research centre. But how? Do we have to do one of these? Do we do one of those or what? I don't know. Expedition centre, more people, and a bigger party. Which one do you want us to do, game? Find a technology that can reduce water consumption. Yeah, rationing. It would imply there's kind of a rationing thing, but I don't know where that is. I'm not entirely sure I know where that is, game. Maybe we need to build a better research centre. How do we do that then? Hang on. So do we have to upgrade this? Is there oh, hang on, just there. Hang on, you've not found the advanced version of this building. Right, how do we do that, game? How do we find the advanced version of the research centre? I kind of feel like it's just there, but I don't know how. Maybe we have to get both of these to then unlock that down there. Look, right, okay, I see. Let's get the research rate up then. Let's have that. So 5 hours. So they're going to research things quicker, which is going to be helpful in the future. It's going to get to the end of the day now. Although the temperature's come down a bit, which is quite good. And it looks like we might have quite a long time to sort that out. Someone's put, damn, I'm hungry. Is there no food? Yeah, about the food. About the food, my friend. How about as well, let's just get an expedition party ready and they can go out for one day. They can just nip out for one fun day of travel. I think that might be the best thing. Also, hang on. We've got... minimum on that. So no people working on that scrap pile. Maximum on that, though, please. So 7 there. And... oh, hang on. One person in the water extractor. Always have maximum people working in the water extractors. And then, can we connect that to there? Yes, I think we can. Hang on. Plastic, 312 scrap. Got loads of it. Yes. Oh, look. It did work. So you can connect them to the water storage however far away they are. That's quite good. That's quite encouraging. Okay, right, I'm happy with that. Let's take a scrap person out of there and put somebody working... oh, they need 2 people. Minimum of 2 to make that work. Okay, 1 less scrap worker and 1 more water person. Right, okay, that's good. And then, yeah, let's go and send an expedition party out then. Let's get that done, and that'll complete that goal, and other stuff will happen. So hang on. Expedition party. In fact, why don't we take less... we take 4 people. That's 200. So 200 food, 200... that and 2... so we could... hang on, we could send 4 people out for 2 days. If we do 400, 400, 400, that's 2 days worth of stuff for the 4 people that can go out. Yeah, do that. Why not? Let's give that a go, shall we? I've got no idea how this works. Waiting for the expeditioners to gather. So they're all going to get together. Okay, sending expeditions. Once a party's ready, you can simply click on it. I imagine that's it over there. And then right-click on the location you want to send them to. Once they're there, you'll be required to make a couple of decisions for them in order for them to complete the area. Be sure to check on their statuses and resources while outside the settlement. Okay, right, hang on. So, slow time down. So click on that. Oh, I see. Right, so where is that? The Mudlands? Right, so that's us. That's home. So Mudlands is there. Okay, 10 hours to travel there, please. Yes, go over there. That seems like a good thing. How do we get back to us? Hang on a minute. Is that it? Home? Yeah, there we go. We're back home again. Right, so they're going to make their way over there. So we can see how long it's going to take them. So they're travelling overnight, which is okay. So right now things are ticking over fine. Food is looking... it's looking awful. Hang on, we've got 5 people down here. Right, 10 people gathering food. We could do with the expedition party bringing back all of the food in the world. Like a huge, great big meal. That'd be wonderful. Right, hang on. So that's done. So we've completed that. So we're going to research things 15% quicker. Then we can do that, which means we can have another worker. And then maybe that means we can unlock the Advanced Research Centre. So we can then possibly find a technology that can reduce water consumption. Is that... I mean, I don't know if we're doing the right thing there or not, but we shall give it a jolly good go anyway. An expedition party requires your attention. Okay, so how do we... over there is it? Right, here we go. Day 5, 1354. Very, very precise. Cracked earth and sand give way to viscous mud as we near the wetlands. Really, viscous mud in the Mudlands, who'd have thought it? Make our journey all the more arduous. Before we see any water at all, though, we come across a small old ship, completely beached, lying on its side on dry earth. None of us have any idea how it could have gotten there. What should we do? Check inside. Have a quick nosy around. You might find a load of food or something in there. Have a look. We spend some time exploring the ship. Okay, so if we run time on nice and quick, we can see the results of this. Back at base, everything can tick over fine, I'm sure. Okay, so what do we find? Hang on a minute, hang on. There you go. The ship's rusty engine block still has some parts that seem like they could be salvaged as scrap. 500 scrap. Okay, they're bringing back 500 scrap. That's good. Exploring deeper into the wetlands, a single figure soon appears over the horizon, coming toward us. It walks on stilts through the mud, and with every step, metallic jingles can be heard from a great sack it carries on its back. It stops before nearing our party, then raises a mud-slathered hand to point at us. What should we do? Offer some food, offer some scrap, offer it some scrap. We just picked up loads of it. Would you like some scrap? Okay, hang on. That's going to be resolved in not much time. Let's see what happens. After receiving our offering, the figure reaches into its wrappings and produces a small colourful trinket. It's not particularly useful, but the gesture of good faith is somewhat reassuring. Yay for some happiness. Okay, right, so they're just kind of trudging along, are they? What they're doing, 2 hours 20 to do a thing. After hours of trudging, we finally reach the centre of the wetlands. A tiny pond lying with some thin reeds. Oh yeah, a tiny pond, wonderful. The only water is seen for miles. It's a lonely, depressing sight against the backdrop of the expanse of grey-brown mud, until we notice that some of the water in the reeds actually looks somewhat clear and drinkable. Okay, that sounds quite good. We study the effect that the reeds have on the water and harvest some samples to bring home. Okay, they're going to work on that then for another, hour and a half-ish. How are things back at the settlement? Hang on, we're going to pop back home for a second. How are things looking? Is everything looking okay? How's the research going? Slow? I'm not sure we're going to do this. I'm not sure we can finish that. Wells deplete. Oh, good. Our water extractors are rapidly depleting the 2 shallow wells. A pall descends over our settlements. Everyone truly begins to understand the urgency of our situation. Until we find some new source of water, all we have left to drink are our rapidly dwindling reserves already extracted from the ground. When they run out, we will quickly die from dehydration. Yay, isn't this jolly? It's a happy, upbeat game, this is. Planning ahead quest. Okay. As we become familiar with the confines of the valley where we've settled, it becomes clearer that it's almost devoid of valuable resources other than those which have already begun to be harvested. In the interest of our long-term survival, we should try to find a way out of the valley so we might be able to search elsewhere for new sources of drinking water. Right, local resources are running out. Find a way out of the valley. I mean, we're out of the valley, are we not? What are the exploration team doing? They're out of the valley. I don't fully understand. Right, one drop at... there we go. The expedition party have done their thing. Right, hang on. So, go back to them. What's happening here? Oh, hang on. Campus. What's happening there? Let me know what's happening. Wetlands. Oh, hang on. We're in desperate need of a way to make our water cleaner. Maybe these plants could be the solution. We can now research the wetlands. Converts contaminated water to poor water. Oh, good. We can have poor quality water. Oh, it's a glorious day. Okay, so we've kind of found some reeds and gone, hang on. These could be quite useful. I like these. Okay. So now how do you guys come home then? Do we have to tell you to come home? Or do you need to wander out and about? I'm not quite sure. Hang on then. So what do we do with you guys? Come home now. Please come home. You're all exploring. I assume they're going to come home. It says idle. I kind of feel like... Hang on. There's home. Okay, so that's where we are. Back to expeditions. It says waiting. Oh, send the party on a free node by right-clicking on the node. Open the party's tab by right-clicking on it. So, okay, right, I see. We can just right-click. Oh, right, I see. The game is telling us. Okie doke. Right, so they're now going to head over to that campus thing, which I imagine is going to be that bit there. Right, okay. That might take a little while. Few hours. There's not much food. Oh, no. We've used up that berry bush. Okay, the food is running out. Hang on. There's another berry bush down here somewhere. It's a sad state of affairs. But I think we it's night time. Get rid of that food store and then put a new one over here. Hang on. Just pop that there. That's going to be fine. So somebody get that built. And then hang on. We'll do the connections right now. So connect to that. Connect to that. And then over here, we have maximum. Over there, we have maximum. Oh, no, we can't. Can we have maximum? Oh, no, it's already on max. Okay, no, that's fine. Right, okay. The water thing over there is still producing water. So it's still okay. It's looking okay. Scrap is looking pretty good. Yeah, the only thing we're not doing is find a technology that can reduce water consumption. Oh, hang on a minute. The expedition party are saying something. Hello. Right. We've arrived at campus, a centre of learning in the old world. There was once such abundance that people could gather at these places to do nothing except learn all day for years on end without worrying about securing food or water for themselves. Hang on a minute, they drank beer as well and stuff, I'll have you know. There are no more students there anymore, but maybe it could still teach us something. I see what you've done there. Our expedition finally reaches the outskirts of the campus. The large buildings of cement and glass, though broken and abandoned, seem to us like they could have once composed an entire city in their own right. We first come across a large hall that's been recently barricaded shut. After banging on the door, a voice from inside yells back, "Who's there?" What should we do? They must be fellow survivors. We should invite them in. They could be dangerous. We should leave them alone. Okay, if they were dangerous, they possibly would have shot us already. So maybe they'll just sort of, we'll have a chat with them. Hang on. Get that done. Right, okay. What happened? 6 people. 6 people. Okay, after realising that we mean no harm, the survivors who barricaded themselves inside the hall seem very interested in joining us. So 6 more people who join us. I mean, that does mean 6 more mouths to feed. Okay, another thing. We come across a small group of buildings. A cursory pass through some yields nothing of value other than scraps of faded paper. One partially collapsed structure, though, with a sign out front reading chemical engineering, seems as if it might have some salvageable scrap among its rubble. Okay, hang on. Salvageable scrap could be useful. We can't waste any opportunity to salvage scrap. Yeah, it's useful. We use it for lots of things. So, right, that's an hour. So nothing's happening back at base because they're all asleep. Oh, okay. We gain some scrap from the wreck. Some of us feel a little sick, though, after breathing some odd-smelling fumes emanating from the rubble. Okay, that's not good. We finally reach a central area of the university's campus. Some buildings that were once multi-storey dwellings surround a relatively open rectangular area. Benches, tables, and other simple amenities lie strewn about, but it's mostly intact. It almost looks like it might have been nice to congregate here long ago. We spend some time thinking about the community that once gathered here. Okay, so again, run time on, because I think back at the base they're still not doing anything. They're still in bed, having a nice lie-in or something. Right, there we go. Community Centre. The organisation of the campus quad, paired with some of the valuable amenities we salvage, gives us ideas about how to structure our own communal spaces. We can now research the Community Centre. Okay, allows voting and the application of new laws. Oh, that's exciting. However, our people now they've got no food. We might need to bring them back home, but there's an old farm, there's a trailer park, and there's a university. Okay, but bring them back home. It says find a way out of the valley. I mean, I don't understand. We're out of the valley. Right? They've got to come home. They have to. Hang on a minute. You've got to come home. Yeah, come back. You've got no food. You're all going to starve to death. I don't think they have any food. Yeah, they've got no food at all, or water. I will be very surprised if they all make it back in time. Right, hang on a minute. That possibly we should have brought them home first. Right, they might possibly die a little bit out there. That might be a little bit of a bother. However, how are we doing with this sciencey stuff? Hang on, just cram all the people into there. Let's do all of the science as quick as we can, please. Right, they are... Oh, no. Hang on. Refugees arrive. Oh, are these the people that we just met in the university building? Another group of survivors arrives at the encampment wanting to join our community. They tell us that a group of vicious bandits raided their camp and destroyed everything. Fortunately, they managed to flee, and after wandering for some time, nearly starving, I mean, you're not going to get much from here, they spotted the smoke rising from the fires of our settlement. Okay, demand a toll. We could get water and food. It will impact their happiness, but it will help everybody else in the long run. And it might mean they stay alive, and we tell them no, or we say yes. Do you know what? We're going to have to do this. Oh, hang on, no, the travellers are unwelcome in our settlement. However, we should demand that they pay a toll before we permit them onwards. Oh no, I just thought we could... Oh, this is one of these ones where you have to be brutal. You have to be brutal. Okay, so we could get 350 food and 350 water, which would be good, but we're turning people away. We're turning away, 10 people was it? But 10 people is 10 more mouths to feed, and we're struggling to get this done as it is. Do we just demand a toll? It's not the nice thing to do. And declining them is a bit mean. That's a little bit mean. Demanding a toll is even meaner, but we do get some resources to look after the people that we've got there right now. Or do we just say yes, they come in, and possibly everything goes a little bit wrong? Do you know what? We're going to accept them. We're going to accept them. We're going to retain our humanity as best we can. Let's try and welcome these people in. Hello, how are you? Oh my goodness me. Right, we really, really need everyone to gather lots of lovely food, please. We need lots and lots of food coming in there. Right, hang on. Maximise the amount of people in that thing. Maximise the amount of people in that thing. We need to gather an awful lot of water. That's going to be really important. We can maximise the amount of people in that scrap gathering thing. And then 6 hours until that's sorted. Hang on a minute. Can we please complete this research by the end of the day? That'd be marvellous. Okay, right. Splendid. It's done. Community centre. We can't, hang on. We can't get that. I don't know which one of the other things you want me to research, game. Is it wetlands? Is that what you want? Converts contaminated water to pure water. I'm not sure that's going to help with reducing water consumption, however. But I don't know what else you want me to do. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know what to click on. I don't know what to do. I mean, that means we can store more. Or do we just get wetlands? Let's just get that done. That's 5 hours. Just research that, please, and we'll just see if there's anybody left. If nobody's, if everyone's not starved to death by that point. Oh, hang on. We can have an extra person in there. Chuck an extra person in. Just get the research done as quick as we can. Hopefully before the end of the day. That'd be good. Right, boop. Is that what we were supposed to have done? No. We've completed research of wetlands. Resource pile has been depleted. Oh, hang on. More people on that resource pile, please. Oh, has that run out of water? That's got no water left in it. Oh, dearie me. Right, hang on a minute. Everything's fine. It's not fine, is it? There's no more water. Right. I don't know what that technology is that does that. And I don't know how to get out of the valley. And we're all going to die of either hunger or thirst. But on the plus side, some people did figure out a nice new technology, so that's good. I mean, maybe it's the water extractor thing. Maybe we're supposed to make that a little bit more effective. So if it's evaporating away, at least we're getting more water out quicker. Maybe that's what we're supposed to do. 4 hours. We'll give that a go, possibly dismiss that. We'll give that a go. That might possibly help. They're not going to get it done now, though. So hang on. Move time on pretty quickly. Why has that come up? Away with you. Move time on nice and quick. I don't think we're going to get that done. I don't know how to do rationing. There's no food. Oh, right. So 3 depressed citizens, 2 are exhausted, 4 are very sick. Okay, it's going very well. This is wonderful. Right, and that's got a big red board around it now. That's going, ooh, you've not done this. Time's running out to complete rationing. I don't know where it is or how to do it. We're not reducing water consumption, though. We're just making more water come out of the ground. We're just getting it out quicker. I don't know how to reduce the water consumption. I'm not entirely sure how we do that. Rain! Oh, glorious rain. Given that we've hardly got any resources except scrap, can we eat the scrap? It's going to rain. Just when we think we're at the end of our rope, thin grey clouds gather over our settlement. We at first cover from the rain as it begins to fall before realising the raindrops didn't burn our skin at its touch. With this, we can stretch our drinking water reserves a little longer. Understood. Rain will commence. This is wonderful. Okay, it's going to rain. We're not going to complete that objective there, though. I don't know what that is. I don't know how to do the rationing. We didn't find a technology that can reduce water consumption. I don't know where it is or how to get it, game. I'm not entirely sure, but okay, that's fine. It might be this one we're looking at now, and we just did it the wrong way round. We should have done that earlier, but never mind. Right, that's done. So that's finished. Do we build a wetlands and try and turn the contaminated water into lovely pure water? Let's give that a go. We haven't got one of those yet. Got plenty of scrap left. Oh, crikey, that's... Oh, hang on. There's a fieldy bit over there. Hang on. Why is there a fieldy bit? Can we research some sort of fields? I kind of feel like there should be arable land. Farm. Hang on, what? Where's a farm? Where is a farm in this game? We need to get a farm because we've got no food left, and a farm would be completely amazing. I build improved research centre. I don't know how, game. Give me a clue. Go on, game. Give me a clue. Give me a little clue as to how to build an advanced research centre. Oh, I think we find that technology while we're out and about on our expeditions. Like we found the blueprint to build the wetlands over there. I think we find ourselves an upgrade to the research centre. So right now, we can't upgrade that, which is a bit of a nuisance. Okay, that's a bit of a bother, never mind. So we can't get a farm done. At least we can try and get wetlands in. So let's tick time on and just get that done, shall we? Actually, while they work on that, why don't we go and unlock another new technology? What's going to be quite helpful? So houses are all done. Medical centre, not so bothered about that. Water storage, food storage. Maybe we could get the water storage increased a bit. That might be quite handy. Or we could make the wetlands a bit better. So what does that do? Efficiency increase. So permanently increases the conversion rate for wetlands, purification centre and purification centre. Okay, so good they've said it twice. Plus 10%. Okay, do you know what? We'll have a bit of that, please. the researchers might as well go and do something rather than nothing at all. Okay, right. Get time moving on nice and quick. Let's get that thing put together. Oh, crikey. Looks like somebody's having a bit of a fight. Please stop that. We're down to our final food pile. It's not looking good, is it? If the situation is not handled soon, we will starve. Things escalate when someone is caught stealing supplies. We search the man's bed and find he's been storing nuts under his mattress. He's weak, but an example must be made to prevent this sort of thing happening again. So if we forgive him, a new quest appears, putting down roots. Okay, if we confiscate his rations, we get 400 food. But, oh, hang on. Putting down roots also commences. Oh, okay, so a new quest is going to begin, but we can get 400 food out of it, but that guy might be a bit injured. Or we forgive him. I'm going to go down the nice route again. We're going to be kind. We're going to be nice. We're going to let him off. Because, times are terrible. It's all very bad. Let's forgive him. Putting down roots. Right. Find farm technology. Research farm technology. Build a farm. Okay, now I think... Hang on. Pause time for a second. There was a farm... how do we look at the map? There. There was a farm there, wasn't there? The old farm. So I imagine we go to there to find farm technology. What's that? University maybe is where we get the science building upgrade. And then trailer park. I don't know what we get from that. I think that's what we'd have to do, though. So to be able to build our own farm, we'd have to go over there. I still don't know how to do that. Find a way out of the valley. I'm not quite sure how we'd go about doing that. But yeah, what I think we'll do is, we will... Oh, no, hang on. I said that. I want to finish this first. I was going to wrap things up. I want to get this thing complete, actually. Hang on a second. Right. Wetlands. So can we put a lot of people into the wetlands? So what's that? Probably 4 people. So now we can have a little look at that. So run time on. Let's get somebody in there working in it. So they should be able to come over. And then we should see some poor water appearing. We should see some poor water because they should go into here and be able to turn the rubbish contaminated water into poor water. Although, hang on. Connections. They need to be connected to a storage building. Okay, so water storage over there with a plastic pipe, please. So do that. That goes in. Runtime on. Are we now getting poor water? I now do not know. Can it only store one thing at a time? Store salt, contaminated, poor, or clean water. Oh! It can only have one thing. It can only be connected to... Oh, bother. Okay. Right. That's a bit of a nuisance. It can only store one thing. Okay, but hang on a minute. Oh, and they've done the researchy stuff. That's good. Yay, the wetlands are good. Hang on a minute. We need another water storage thing. We'll put it there. So let's get that done. Hang on. I've done that entirely wrong. Right, get this built, please. So boop like that. That's good. Connect. Break that. Can we bin that connection? Destroy connection. Yeah, get rid of that. And connect the wetlands to just there, please. With a lovely plastic pipe. And it's right next to it. So that's fine. The other thing is now everyone's gone to bed. Which is a bit of a nuisance. And there's hardly anything. There's hardly anything going on. We're going to get this done. I want to see this actually make some half decent, not entirely brilliant, but some poor water. So, yeah, people can have a little bit of a better drink, hopefully. And then we'll wrap things up. I think you could spend quite a lot of time in this. There's so much in this demo. I mean, yeah, we could send some people out, if we had any food, to go and find farm technology. Set up a farm over there. That wouldn't be so bad. Build a lovely farm to get more food. But to do that, our citizens left. Oh dear, sorry everybody. But I mean, yeah, to be able to send those people out to the farm to get farm technology, we need some food. And there isn't any food left, which is a bit of a bother, isn't it? So here we go. Hang on, what's that? Not enough incoming connections. Wetlands is converting 300 to 264 every minute. That should be storing... Well, I don't want it to store that. I want it to store the other type of thing. Have I done the connection the wrong way round? Have I somehow done this the wrong way? I mean, that's very likely. I'm a bit befuddled. I'm a bit befuddled by the entire... Let's destroy the connection. That's fine. We get stuff back, I think. So, hang on. From there, connection. So, is that create a new connection? Connect with an empty water storage. Hang on. Do we need... Oh, no, right. We need an input. We've got to take the... Ah, crap. We do need that in there. Right, so connect to that, please. With a copper pipe. No, a plastic pipe. Yay. Right, so water is then going in. And then I think We then need another connection going out to there, I think, with a plastic pipe. I think that should be okay. Is that how that works? I'm not entirely sure. Oh, another thing has happened. Everyone's pointing. Bandit scout. As we toil away, a citizen reports seeing an armed wastelander prowling the outskirts of the camp. We've managed to chase him off, but anxiety and doubt are still spread among us regarding the new potential threat to burden our already overburdened lives. Understood. -6% happiness, and I can't work out how this works either. This isn't very good at all. Hang on a minute. I've got to make this work. Don't get it. Okay, do you know what? We're just going to abandon that. Our people, we're going to finish things up. That's what we're going to do, because I think we have had a very good look at the game to see what it's all about and how it works, all that kind of stuff. And our people are going to work that out. They're going to put somebody in charge who isn't me, who understands pipes and plumbing, and they can figure this out, because I'm not entirely sure how that works. I would have thought we have a connection going one way from there. We can't click that, look. Hang on. Destroy that. So we can't click that. So that seems to be like, yeah, connect with an empty water storage. But for some reason we can't click that. So they're their inputs, look, and their outputs. I don't get it. Why can't we output? I don't understand. So somebody else can go fix that. Cleverer people in the settlement can go and do that. The people in the science building, they're really clever. They're super brainy. They're brainy boffins in there. So they can go and figure that out. They can go and just, make that work. And it should all be lovely. And we can have some poor water to drink. That's very good. But yeah, I think we'll wrap things up. We've had a good look at the game. And it is a good old classic, very sort of tricky survival settlement builder, where nothing is really going to go your way. You're not going to be able to just do everything simply and easily. There's going to be no point where you're going to be going, oh, this is brilliant. I've got so much food and water. I don't know what to do with it all. It's going to be tricky. It's going to be difficult. And it's one of those, it's a bit frostpunky. It's a bit like Frostpunk, I suppose, but instead of snow, it's all sort of very hot and there's no water and such like. And yeah, I think it's got potential. We might possibly pop back to it at some point, have a little nosy at it, maybe when it's in its full release and it's been sort of patched a bit and what have you. Might have a nosy back. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's been really good. It's been really enjoyable checking out the demo and just seeing how it works and such. I do like the sort of expedition-y bit. I like the fact that you can have a little wander about. And this is only chapter 1. This is chapter 1 of part 1. And I don't know how many parts there are. I mean, more than 2, I imagine. So there's quite a lot of game. You're going to get quite a lot of game in this. So, I mean, this is the demo. The demo is quite big in itself. So that's quite impressive. That's quite good. But yeah, we will finish things up for now and just hope that somebody clever sorts that out, because I have clearly failed in this. I don't know how to do it. So somebody else can go and do that, and we will finish things up for the moment. Hopefully you have enjoyed this. If you have, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with all the other bits and bobs and nonsense that we get up to in the Geek Cupboard. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. I really hope I don't have to send children down into coal mines or whatever, because I would feel like a terrible person. Hello, robot, and I shall call you Alan. Still some homeless people, still hungry people, still sick people. Okay, if you try and reach London, you will end up frosty and dead. Great big human lollipop.